What we are about to reveal to you will shock you as much as it has shocked us. You see, in recent times, Russia has been regarded as a strong ally of the Sahelian countries and a better alternative to the West in terms of partnership with African countries. However, a recent interview that has been circulating in the media revealed that Russia has been tricking young African women between the ages of 18 and 22 into working in a factory building drones to be used in its war with Ukraine. The details of how these women were tricked and their conditions are even more shocking, and it has made us question whether Russia is truly a better alternative to the West or whether it's no different from the West. But what exactly is going on? Let's find out. According to a recent news publication and investigation, Russia has been tricking young African women into working in a factory in its Tatarstan region to build drones that will be used in its war with Ukraine. According to the women interviewed, they found out about the program through social media ads that promised them a free plane ticket, money, and a faraway adventure in Europe. And all they had to do was complete a computer game and a 100-word Russian vocabulary test. But on getting to Russia, instead of a work-study program in fields like hospitality and catering, they discovered that they had been tricked into toiling in a factory to make weapons of war. The women also complained of long hours under constant surveillance, of broken promises about wages and areas of study, and of working with caustic chemicals that left their skin pockmarked and itching. But how exactly did Russia trick these women? Reports revealed that it was through the popular Alabuga Start program. You see, in 2006, the Alabuga Special Economic Zone was set up to attract businesses and investment to Tatarstan, Russia. However, after the Ukraine invasion, this special zone switched to majorly production of military weapons, including drones. Although reports reveal that other private companies operate in this area, the military factory plant known as Alabuga is the major facility in the area, and it is actually Russia's main plant for making the one-way exploding drones. Now, a few years ago, Alabuga decided to establish the Alabuga Start International Program. This program offers a unique opportunity for girls aged 18 to 22 to relocate to Russia at no cost, where they can learn sought-after professional skills. Since it was established, the program has gained immense popularity, especially among young women from Africa, Asia, and South America. There are even testimonies from young women published on the program's website, detailing how the program changed their lives. However, a recent interview published by the media house, the Associated Press, revealed that all of this is a sham. According to the investigation experts, about 90% of the women recruited through the Alabuga Start program actually worked on making drones, especially the part that doesn't require many skills. The worst part is that these women were not informed about the kind of jobs they would be doing. You see, since the war between Russia and Ukraine began, finding workers has become a huge problem for Russia. The majority of Russians are already working in military industries, fighting in Ukraine, and some have fled abroad. So given this shortage of labor, Russian plant officials decided to use vocational students and foreign cheap labor via the Alabuga Start program. Investigations into the issue revealed that Alabuga is the only Russian production facility that recruits women from Africa, Asia, and South America to make weapons. In fact, documents leaked last year and verified by drone experts revealed that the Alabuga workforce grew from less than 900 people in 2023 to plans for over 2,600 people in 2025. The documents further reveal that the jobs of these foreign women were to assemble the drones, use chemicals, and paint them. Now, according to a Facebook page promoting the Alabuga Start program, 180 women have been recruited, mostly from Central and East African countries, in the last 6 months to supposedly help them start their careers. Interestingly, officials of the program held recruiting events in Uganda and even tried to recruit from Uganda's orphanages. Russian government officials have also visited more than 26 embassies in Moscow to push the program. And the message has always been that they are trying to help young women start a good career in Russia. However, the reality is far from these. According to one of the women interviewed, the company is all about making drones. She said, "I regret and I curse the day I started making all those things." To make matters worse, These women are discouraged from leaving, although some have been reported to have left and found work elsewhere in Russia. But that's not all. The women revealed that they work under strict working conditions. According to one of them, who assembles drones, foreign workers travel by bus from their living quarters to the factory, passing multiple security checkpoints after a license plate scan, while other vehicles are stopped for more stringent checks. She further added that they are always watched by surveillance cameras and pets. Alcohol and drugs are not allowed. In addition, upon arrival, the women were given local SIM cards for their phones, but were forbidden from bringing them into the factory. They were also not permitted to talk about their work to outsiders, and their messages were monitored. However, one of the worst parts of it all is that the women are not properly outfitted for the job. According to the airframe worker, the recruits are taught how to assemble the drones and coat them with a caustic substance with the consistency of yogurt. However, she said that many of them were not given protective gear when working, and this has led to massive skin reactions. The chemicals and the caustic substance used in painting the drones are not safe for the skin. One of the women revealed that the chemicals made her face feel like it was being pricked with tiny needles, and small holes appeared on her cheeks, making them itch severely. She also noted that other women working in the factory are also suffering similar fate. But the dangers from the chemicals are not the only thing the women have experienced. The factory is part of the war zone, and it has once been hit by a Ukrainian drone, which injured at least 12 people. In addition to all these, it was revealed that the African women were treated like donkeys, being slaved. According to these women, the pay did not meet their expectations and was not equal to the number of hours they worked. The airframe assembly worker said the cost of their accommodation, airfare, medical care, and Russian language classes were deducted from her salary, and she struggled to pay for basics like bus fare with the remainder. However, another factory worker revealed that she was able to send up to $150 a month to her family. According to leaked documents, the low wages are affecting morale, and as such, the managers of the facility are demanding that the foreign workers be replaced with Russian-speaking staff because candidates are refusing the low salary. Interestingly, it's not only African and Asian women that are working at the facility. The factory also draws workers from Alabuga Polytechnic, a nearby vocational boarding school for Russians aged 16 to 18, and Central Asians aged 18 to 22 that bills its graduates as experts in drone production. However, these Russians have also complained of the same poor working conditions. Now the question is, why is Russia placing its key weapons production in the hands of more than 200 inexperienced African women, alongside women from other countries, including Russia itself? And why young women in particular? Is it because of cheap labor? Well, some analysts have stated that Russia is using young women because they are much easier to manipulate. The situation is not yet clear because Russia has not yet responded to these allegations. However, what is very clear from the interviews of these women is that Russia used the desperation of young African women looking for a better life to manipulate them into being cheap labor. If this is true, then it is a wicked act and can be regarded as trafficking and exploitation. The fact is that there is no way the Russian government is not aware of what is happening at the Alabuga factory. And if it is aware and endorses this wicked act, then we can confidently say that Russia is no different from the West. Of course, countries are supposed to pursue and protect their own interest. But if that interest is to the detriment of other countries, then that is evil. African countries need to launch an investigation into this issue, especially those from Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, South Sudan, Sierra Leone, and Nigeria. But again, it all boils down to the fact that Africa needs to be developed. If African countries were as developed as the West and Europe, there is no doubt that situations like these would never occur. Young African women would not see the need to travel to other countries in search of better opportunities. The same goes for the issue of young Americans traveling through dangerous routes to Europe in search of better opportunities. If the African continent is developed, its citizens will not be subjected to exploitation or danger. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.